Starting your day off with a take on Vegas you won't get anywhere else.
Hi, I'm Holly Madison, and I listen to Brian Shapiro.
Hi, this is William Shatner, and I listen to Brian Shapiro.
Hey, this is Larry the Cable Guy, and I listen to Brian Shapiro. Why? Because I'm a good American. So is he. And if you don't listen to him, you need to pack up and leave this country.
This is the Vegas Take with Sharp and Shapiro.
Come on, guys!
What up? It is the Vegas Take. Sharp and Shapiro, glad you could join us. We got a lot of things to get to today, as we always do. Hope everybody had a fantastic weekend. Oh, yeah, a lot to get to. We got a lot to go over, including a guy that decided to gamble $80,000 to bet on Tiger Woods. He ended up just under $1.3 million. We've got some details on that. And we talk about the biggest news of the day, of course, politics, news, sports, entertainment. We cover it all. Obviously, we are going to start with Tiger Woods because this is a huge story. From a sports perspective, I think you have to make the argument it is definitely the story of the year, one of the best comebacks of the year, but there's a lot to get to. And guess what? It involves Donald Trump. We'll get to all that. My co-host, J.D. Sharp, in studio. J.D., where you been, my man? You've been on vacation. People want to know where you've been. What you been up to?
I was back in Omaha for about 4 or 5 days, handling some long-term business.
Long-term business.
Long-term business.
So secretive. All right. Well, we also, of course, have Chris Wynn in studio. He joins us every Monday. Chris, glad to see you, my man. How
Always
you doing?
good to join you guys. Very festive and active weekend, to say the least. So much going down.
Yeah.
It's not just sports. We got everything going on.
A lot going on. Let's start with Tiger Woods. Here's my thoughts on Tiger from the beginning. I've said this. I've been pretty, and I know a lot of people that have known Tiger personally. Gosh, I lived with a girl who dated him for a year. Tiger Woods, not a good guy. Okay, the history of his life, he's not a good guy from a personal perspective, and I'm not just talking about the womanizer that he has been, the way he treated his ex-wife, that sort of deal. He slept with half the planet while he was married, a beautiful wife and kids. It's not just that. It's also, we live in Las Vegas, and Vegas is service industry town, right? All the people that I know of that have ever served Tiger Woods say he is one of the cheapest individuals they have ever met. I've heard stories about how he goes to dinner, he refuses to pay the bill. Forget about tipping. Doesn't even want to pay the bill. Wants to get comp. He'll bet between $1,000 and $5,000 a hand at the blackjack table. The waitress is lucky to get $1. He cheap, not a good dude. Okay, now I don't know what type of father he is now, and don't get me wrong. Winning the Masters, great for golf, and it was a very touching moment when he hugged his kids. I thought that was very touching. It was a great moment. Again, good for golf. I don't root for Tiger Woods, and the reason why I don't root for him is because I don't think he's a good guy. I think he's extremely a narcissist, selfish. No, I'm not talking about Donald Trump, but I do think they both have some things in common. Oh, yeah, that's right. Donald Trump is a part of this conversation. Why, you ask? Well, he announced today that he's going to be giving Tiger Woods the Presidential Medal of Freedom. That's right. Donald Trump tweeted today, spoke to Tiger Woods to congratulate him on the great victory he had in yesterday's Masters and inform him that because of his incredible success and comeback in sports, and more importantly, life, I would question that comment, but life, I will be presenting him with the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Let me name a few people that have gotten the Presidential of Freedom Award. Leon Sullivan, a Baptist minister, civil rights leader, social activist focusing on the creation of job training opportunities for African Americans, anti-apartheid activist. Okay, that's one of the guys who got this award. Paul Rosenbigny, a humanitarian who saved thousands of lives, refugees. Okay, he got this award. Alvin Ally, another one, an African-American choreographer, activist, who founded the Alvin Ally American Dance Theater, who's transcended so many lives. Those are just a few people that have gotten this award. You think Tiger Woods deserved this award? No, I don't. I do not think Tiger Woods deserves this award. And guys, I want to read a few quotes from Tiger Woods back in 2002. Keep in mind, this is the guy that Donald Trump wants to give the Presidential Medal of Freedom Award, okay? If you recall, we've talked about this a lot on the show, Augusta National, how they didn't allow African Americans and women to play there until fairly recently. Condoleezza Rice, the first of, I think they only have 6 women that are members there now. Tiger Woods was asked about this in 2002. And don't give me this nonsense about, well, he was younger back then. No, he was old enough. He was asked in 2002 his thoughts of women and African Americans that do not play at Augusta National. Here is his response. Again, this is Tiger Woods, his quotes back in 2002. Yes, I've always wanted to impact lives in a positive way, but I like to pick my own causes and not be forced into having to do something. I'll say what I believe, but I'll choose when. I'm also trying to win tournaments here. Do people understand that? it would be nice to see everyone have an equal chance to participate, but there's nothing you can do about it. Let me repeat that quote. There is nothing you can do about it. He also went on to say, do I want to see a female member? Yes, but it's our right to have any club set up the way we want to. Is that somebody that you want to give an award to? Is that somebody that you think deserves the Presidential Medal of Freedom? I say absolutely not. If Tiger Woods decided to say, guys, I'm not playing at Augusta National until you allow an African American or a woman to play there. If he sacrificed something in his career for the better of the people so that African Americans and women could play there, I'd say give this man the award. Has he done some charity work? Absolutely. But in the course of his lifetime, he is a cheapskate. He doesn't take care of people. He is a womanizer. And yes, I do think he has a lot of things in common with Donald Trump, and maybe that's why they get along so well together. The only difference between the two of them is I've heard Donald Trump cheats on the golf course, and last I checked, Tiger Woods does not do that. Now, did he take performance-enhancing drugs? I don't know. I don't know if he did. Maybe he did cheat. I don't know. I don't want to take anything away from his win at the Masters, but that might be the only thing those two don't have in common. I'll open up the phone lines on this, and I want to get JD's opinion on this. I want to get Chris's opinion on this. The number to call in if you want to be in the program, 257-5396. Again, the number if you want to give us a buzz in regards to this issue, Donald Trump giving Tiger Woods the Presidential Medal of Freedom Award. I think it is nonsense. I don't think he deserves it. And I just think it's a joke. I think there's plenty of people out there that are deserving of the award, Tiger Woods not being one of them. Again, the number if you want to be a part of the program, 257-5396, 702-257-5396. All right, JD, I'll start with you. Am I wrong on this issue?
This award is set aside for those who have made meritorious contributions, either culturally, nationally, or in the interest of the security of the United States.
Okay.
How does that apply to Tiger Woods?
I agree. We're in agreement. Chris, do you agree?
I think it's absolutely, positively preposterous that the President of the United States would even consider giving Tiger Woods this award. And I pointed out on Twitter earlier, I cannot wait for this quote-unquote ceremony to take place and Tiger receiving that award from the President and showing any type of appreciation or expectation that he should get it, because it's completely ridiculous. All this is, gentlemen, is the President of the United States once again trying to put himself in the forefront of the media. Okay,
I totally agree.
Taking advantage of Tiger Woods' moment yesterday.
I'm a huge Trump guy,
and you know what I'm saying, and JD. This is Trump wanting to have a piece of the action.
He wants
the spotlight.
He wants to attach himself to this thing. I totally agree.
That's exactly why. Shap, am I wrong to say that this is why the president is doing this, because he wants to get a little piece of that positive that Tiger's getting?
He also likes golf.
Oh, no question. The guy not afraid of the links. Likes to get out there. Uses a golf cart, by the way. Doesn't walk around.
He wants to attach himself to the greatest golf comeback of all time because he enjoys golf.
It's 100% the reason why this is taking place.
And the reason why this is even more of a personal story to Las Vegas. And Chris, you know this because you're in the service industry,
Absolutely.
Right? This guy has been so bad for the service industry as far as taking care of people. I have so many stories that I'm going to share on the air with you today.
You can't even imagine.
Okay? I very close to somebody who dated Tiger for a year, okay? I have heard so many horrendous stories about the way Tiger Woods treats people. Now, with that being said, it's a great story for golf. It is a great. I don't take anything away from Tiger. What he was able to do is phenomenal. It's great for golf. It's a great sports story. Giving this guy an award is a disgrace.
See, that's the dynamic that we're observing here, is that, we can separate our appreciation for the sport of golf and for a guy who's able to redeem himself, right?
Sure.
As far as a sports perspective, he was at the top of his game, at the top of the sport. I don't think anybody out there reasonably is going to argue that Tiger Woods probably is going to go down as the greatest golfer of all time as of right now, right? Mm-hmm. And he was at that point up into the mid-2000s. Then, of course, we had all the disastrous stuff that went down with respect to his personal life. Obviously, professionally, he wasn't as successful as he was previously. And then, of course, the physical issues that he had to deal with, that everybody already had made the, I don't know if assumption is the right word, but already had the expectation that Tiger would no longer get back to the top, no longer be able to compete at that level. The speculation that not only could he not win a major, but that he was not going to win a golf tournament, that he was not even going to get back to being competitive on the PGA Tour. Yeah. And now that's come kind of full circle, and that story is a positive thing there. What people can separate and what should separate from is Tiger the man, his personal life, the way that he deals with individuals. And you pointed out, of course, here in Las Vegas, being a service industry town, I don't think there's anybody out there, maybe you can call in, that's going to vouch for Tiger Woods in this town from any type of service experiences or any type of appreciation of Tiger from that aspect here in Las Vegas.
And, of course, we're talking about Donald Trump announcing today he's going to be giving Tiger Woods the Presidential Medal of Freedom Award. Back in 2002, again, when Tiger Woods was asked about how African Americans women are not members of Augusta National, his response was, I'm trying to win a golf tournament here. Do people understand that? That's his response. 257-5396, the number to call, 702-257-5396. I want to get your thoughts on this issue. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you guys think Tiger deserves the award. Let's start with Marge. Marge, thanks for calling into the Vegas Take. How are you?
Hey, Marge.
Good. So I take it because all three of you showed up, none of you had that $85,000 award to get the $1.9 million.
1.3, yeah. No, I wish. I tell you, I wish I put $100 down on Tiger Woods to win. It was quite a bet, and we're going to talk about that later on in the show. We're learning a little bit about this individual who made that bet. Marge, what do you think about this award that Donald Trump wants to give Tiger Woods? This award, the Presidential Medal of Freedom. I named a couple of them that are people that were worthy of it. I don't think Tiger's worthy.
I agree with you, but I was exasperated by it because this is an award. If you have significant, private, public endeavors, world peace, whatever, significant is the operative word.
Yeah,
And
Colin Powell's won this twice.
Luck was a bit on his side. I mean, you mentioned the thing about the security guard on Friday, getting it to him, and he almost broke his ankle.
Yes.
But as we recall, yesterday on the 12th hole, there was a water hazard.
Mm-hmm.
And, number one got into the water.
Right.
So that to me was a matter of luck. If that hadn't happened, I kind of wonder if he would have won it too. You know?
I mean, look, to win a major, you have to have a little bit of luck on your side. Things have to go your way.
A couple of breaks definitely went Tiger's way yesterday.
Yeah. And that's anybody who wins a major. You got to have certain things go your way. You got to make all the small, you're going to hit some bad shots out there. You're not going to have 4 perfect rounds. Yeah, but as far as this award goes, Marge, I think we all agree this is just absolute nonsense. Give him an award for most women he slept with when he was married. I wouldn't have a problem with that.
That would be a good one.
Yeah.
Well, he and Donald can compete for that, but that's another story.
I think that would actually be pretty close.
Marge. Go ahead, Marge. Before I let you go ahead.
But the other thing I was thinking about is, a clause for the 18.
Yeah.
So maybe what we do is think about if he ever gets to 19, maybe, but he'd have to mend his ways too and set up some type of a charity for youth who are interested in golf.
He's got the Tiger.
Do things like that.
Yeah, and you're right, Marge, and I agree with you, and always good to hear from you. Appreciate the call. He does have his Tiger Jam, to be fair. He does a lot of charity work. He's got his Tiger Jam in Las Vegas. He does raise money for charity.
Which is also a major tax write-off.
Yeah, which is, very good point, JD. Are you a professional when it comes to tax write-offs? I'm not. You're going to have to teach me a thing or two about that. I don't know.
We can talk.
257-5396. Let's go to Kelly. Kelly, thanks for calling in. What's up, Kelly?
Hey, Kelly.
Hey, it's not unheard of for Tiger to get the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Barack Obama gave one to Michael Jordan.
Mm-hmm. And I don't agree with that either.
Obama, I know, but he gave one to Barbara Streisand. Seriously?
Okay, but we go through this all the time.
Actually, Kelly, Barack Obama issued 123, the most ever by a lot.
Yeah, but we go through this a lot, Kelly. I mean, whenever I bring up something that annoys me about Donald Trump, you or Trump supporters always want to bring up Barack Obama or Hillary Clinton.
Well, while I was on hold, I'm going through the list of people that were nominated. And like JD just said, Barack Obama gave a crap load out.
And I'm not going to defend every single award that Barack Obama gave out. And I don't.
Kelly, let's go through the list. We have 35 minutes. It's all you. Let's just go through the list.
No, let's not.
I'm ready.
No, I'm going to become suicidal. Kelly, are you okay? It's a very simple question. Forget about Barack Obama. Forget about the fact that you support Donald Trump. Are you okay with Donald Trump giving this award to a man who is a sleazeball? Let's call Tiger Woods what he is. He is a sleazeball. The way he's lived his life, the way he takes care of people, the tipping practices. He's not a criminal. Never have I called him although he did get arrested for driving under the influence of painkillers, but he's not a criminal, but he is a bad guy. Are you okay with the President of the United States, the man who you support, Donald Trump, giving this award to Tiger Woods? And do you not think that there are better people out there to give this award to?
Well, we all have our faults. I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm perfect. You know, I mean, like you said, he's not a criminal. Just because he's kind of a douche doesn't mean he's not entitled.
I think that's a very appropriate word.
So is that the bar that we should? Is that where you're setting the bar right now? Well, he's not.
The bar is just because he isn't a douche.
Look, if we set the bar that you have to be this perfect person. That
I didn't say you had to.
What is the?
Where did I say you had? Where did I say you had to be a perfect person? The guy slept with half the world when he was married, and he doesn't take care of people.
We're very pious today, Kelly.
What do you mean?
Apparently.
So what?
It's a pious Monday.
The guy is the worst tipper in the history of the world.
Hold on. What you're saying is, you're like, well, we need to find someone. Okay, well, what are your requirements? You have to always tip. This person has a record of
fair question.
15%.
Sure, fair
all
question.
The time.
Fair
I can
question.
provide 10
okay,
witnesses.
I'm gonna give you one simple answer. Fair question, Kelly. Here's a simple one. Okay, when you are an African American and when you are arguably the best golfer in the world, and what you say matters, and when you have power, and when you play at a golf course that does not allow African Americans and women to play at that golf course, and your response when asked about it is, don't people understand I'm trying to win a golf tournament? There you go, Kelly. That is my standard.
And you're arguably, you are. I mean, you are the African American golfer in the United States, in the world at that point.
Yeah, very influential. 257-5396, the number to call. Again, 702-257-5396. I believe we are going to Justin. Justin, thank you for calling into the Vegas Take. How are you?
Hey, how's it going, buddy?
Doing good, man. What's on your mind?
Hey, Justin.
Hey, what's going on? So I get where you're coming from. I mean, I'm not exactly the number one supporter of Trump. In fact, like all the way back when he was going to be elected, I was always like, he's a real estate guy. He's about to make the biggest real estate deal in the world, and he's going to brag about it, and everything's going to be, not as good. But to take Tiger Woods and just trash a guy completely, I think that's just a little bit uncalled for. I mean, this award, it actually it has more categories. It has so many categories, in the arts, entertainment, sports, and everything.
I understand.
It's not just people who do things in the political community, the global community, and stuff like that. And to go back to say that this man, this African American, this man who literally broke down a wall. He, like you said, he was the first one to play at the Masters.
How is that breaking a wall? That's personal.
Let me jump in here real quick.
Didn't Vijay Singh play before him?
How was that breaking down a wall?
Well, no, let me jump in real quick though. Why is he? Let me ask you a simple, quick question. Why is President Trump giving Tiger Woods the Presidential Medal of Freedom? Why is he giving it to him?
Hey, you're cutting out, Justin.
Are you cutting out, Justin?
Hold on, Justin. Can you hear me? Can you hear us?
And if he'd been playing it,
he's still talking.
Okay, yeah, Justin, let me ask you a question.
Listen.
Why is President Trump giving? Justin, can you hear me?
Just like a lot of the other African
Justin, you got to stop talking for 2 seconds so I can ask you a very simple question to what to a point you just made. Why is President Trump giving Tiger Woods the Presidential Medal of Freedom?
I think they just both talked simultaneously for 45 seconds.
Let's hang up on Justin because
the reason is because he won the Masters yesterday, right? It's not because of anything that Tiger's done in the past.
Trump likes golf.
Yeah, it's not because Tiger Woods is this iconic figure who happens to be a person of color who's done things in the past that have been great. Okay? The reason Donald Trump is giving him the Presidential Medal of Freedom is because Tiger won a golf tournament yesterday, the Masters, which is a major. Okay? And it's a big moment in sports history. It's a redemption story. And also because the president likes to jump on his bandwagon a little bit and get a little publicity. That's why he's doing it. He's not doing it because of what Tiger's done in the past with regards to social issues or anything like that.
Yes.
So that's what you need to recognize about this. And he mentioned that we were trashing Tiger Woods. We weren't trashing Tiger Woods. We were simply pointing out issues in his past that are 100% true and that have happened. Okay, so we're not trashing Tiger Woods at all. We're just pointing out aspects of his life.
I hear the same thing when people call up and they're Trump supporters, and I talk about something that Trump did that I dislike, and then they'll call me a liberal or they'll say I'm trashing him. People like that don't know how to have a debate. Let's go to Gary. The number to call 257-5396. Gary, you're on. What's up?
Hey. It's hard for me to disagree with you, except for one thing. The man is exceptional, and we should all learn from him. We could all be better. We could all come back. We could all
Wait, hold on. Do you mean better as a golfer or a human being? Because this award
as
has
a human
also
being. Whatever you do,
What?
if you're a radio show guy or a caller or whatever you do in life, you can come back.
Gary,
and
do you
can
have
be
kids?
strong.
Do you have kids, Gary? What would you
Please
tell your
go
kids
ahead.
about Tiger
Why
Woods?
don't you ask me what I do for a living?
No, I already did ask you that a couple months ago. That's an old question. So, Gary, there's a reason why I ask you if you have kids. So let's just hypothetically say you have a kid. Let's just say I'm your kid, Gary. You're my father, Gary. Nothing about golf. What could I take away from Tiger Woods as a human being besides, perseverance to become a better golfer or become better at your occupation? What else would you teach me about Tiger Woods as a human being that I could learn from? I'm all
Never
ears.
give up. Never give up.
Okay, I already said
Do
that.
the best you can.
I already said that. Perseverance at whatever occupation you have. Besides that, what else would you teach me about Tiger Woods as a human being? About how to have sex with women? Is that what you would teach me? How to be a womanizer? How to not take care of people? How to be a cheapskate? I'm curious.
I thought that was the first thing I said. He's a sleazebag. I agree with you.
Okay.
He was a
All right.
sleazebag.
So we agree. So why should Donald Trump give an award to a sleazebag?
No, I thought maybe I agree with you.
All
You
right,
went
then we
too far
agree.
with that.
Gary, I am so glad we are in agreement today, my friend.
I
And it
hate
is-
to be in agreement with you.
That's okay, Gary. I know you hate that, but I appreciate the phone call. Let's take a couple more calls on this one. Let's go to Brian. Brian, thanks for calling into the Vegas Take. How are you?
You guys get wee-weed up over the smallest of things. You know that?
This isn't a small
It's a
thing.
big deal.
Oh,
Yeah,
baloney.
it was
You
a pretty
take
big
look,
deal.
Like you said, like your previous callers have said, you take a look at the list of all the people that have done this. You've said the same thing about Michael Jordan.
Yes, I have, and I don't agree with Barack Obama giving Michael Jordan an award.
I know you walked that one back a little bit.
No, I didn't walk it back.
but how about Angela Merkel
No,
of
I didn't
Germany?
walk it back, Brian. I just answered your question. Pay attention.
He
I said
moonwalked it back.
I don't agree with Barack Obama giving Jordan. In fact, I've talked about Michael Jordan
He
on the show.
moonwalked it right back.
No, I didn't.
That's what I meant. That's what I meant.
Well, we're not
Brian.
talking about
Settle
Michael
down,
Jackson.
Brian.
Well, you just said something that was not
Take
true.
a deep breath. You misunderstood.
I'm
what I was
breathing.
trying to say.
If I'm sure you'll give me mouth to mouth if I lose
You
consciousness.
cannot
Go
forget,
ahead.
Brian.
That's
that
not going to
Brian-
happen. You know there's no way that's going to happen, right, Brian?
All right,
Brian cannot tell a lie.
Let's correct a few of the callers, okay?
Okay.
Yep.
I love this
Including
part.
you, Brian. Tiger's not the greatest golfer ever play the game. Jack Nicklaus is, and he will still be.
That's an argument, and that's
Tiger
debatable.
retired.
That's an argument, and that's debatable. Okay, so
Calvin Pete was the first
Fine.
black golfer
So
to
he's-
play
It
at
was-
the Masters.
it's Bobby
not
Juna.
Tiger Woods.
I never said he was the first black person
Well,
to
one
play.
of your callers did.
Okay,
and
fine.
Tiger
Who cares?
Woods is half black. He's
I don't
not
speak.
full black.
I don't speak for
He's
all my
half
callers.
high, okay.
So what?
He does represent people of color, though, doesn't he, Brian?
Hey, Brian-
He represents,
Yes, he does.
Brian, I have a
Okay.
question
Like
for
I
you.
said, it's just the facts, ma'am.
Yeah.
Now, one other person who's received this award was Cesar Chavez, the guy that used to go out and hunt down illegal immigrants out in the desert there with pickup trucks and beat the hell out of them and then drag them back to the border and throw them over the edge of the border.
So that's obviously.
Why? Because they brought the wages down for his union workers.
What does that have to do with Donald Trump's decision? I don't understand why you keep
Like
bringing
I'm
up other
telling you,
people.
they're
Well,
not
that would
all
factor
stellar,
into national
decisions
security
who are
interests.
getting this award.
And that doesn't make it right. What is your point? We're talking
Well, like
about
I said,
Donald
you're
Trump.
getting all wee-weed up because you don't like Donald Trump giving it to Tiger Woods.
No, I don't. Just
But,
like
you know, there's a whole lot of people I didn't like getting it either. So
Okay,
you know
so
what?
two wrongs don't make a right.
Brian, I can ask you the same question I tried to ask the last caller. Why do you think President Trump is giving Tiger Woods this award?
Because of the comeback, because of the things he accomplished.
Don't call it a comeback,
I,
Brian.
for one, never thought he would ever win another major, and I'm pretty sure you guys felt the same
All right, two
way.
questions for you, Brian. Number one, what is Tiger Woods' first real name? Number two, do you think HGH played any part of this quote-unquote comeback?
I don't know, and I don't know what his first name is.
His name's Eldrick Woods.
Eldrick, yes. Yeah.
Cool.
Brian, here.
Thanks, JD. I appreciate it.
Hey, you're welcome.
Look, man, I'm not defending any of these other awards that were given out by former presidents. I named a few people that I think were certainly deserving of it. From what I've heard about Tiger Woods, from the people that know Tiger Woods, he's not a good guy. I'm not saying you have to be perfect to get this award, but Tiger Woods is far from perfect, and I would not want him, role models or people to look up to Tiger Woods in any way, shape, or fashion the way he's lived his life. If you want to talk about perseverance and how hard he's worked over the years to come back, fine. It's a great comeback. Doesn't mean the president should be calling you the next day and saying, hey, I want to give you this award. It's because Donald Trump and Tiger Woods both have one thing in common. They're both sleazebags.
Hey,
That's why.
How about about on the second half of the hour, Brian tells us a story about a friend of his who dated Tiger Woods and what happened to her.
That is going to be radio gold right there when that comes to fruition.
I will gladly bring that up. Go ahead, Brian. I only got a minute. Quickly.
Okay, one quick question. How long ago did he say that to the reporter?
I said it. I said it on the show. Were you not listening?
I didn't hear it, though.
I said it.
I didn't hear what date.
That was 2002. I brought that up.
Okay, so that's way back.
I don't care. That is ridiculous.
Brian, he was 14 years old.
No, he wasn't.
He was an 8th grader.
He was a professional golfer.
He still had hair.
Don't play that. Don't play
and
that.
His golf swing was just developing.
Don't play that card.
He had just kissed his first girl the week before.
You guys are ridiculous.
All right, guys, lighten it up a little bit.
I am lightening it up.
Yeah.
So just because he said it in 2002, who cares? We should just shovel it all aside. That is completely ludicrous. That is crazy. We got a few more callers on the line. I don't want to shortchange Scott, who's up next. So what I'll do, Scott, is if you can wait on hold, we'll take your call when we come back. By the way, the number to call if you want to be a part of the program, 257-5396. Again, 702-257-5396. And when we come back, I will also share a story of a girl that I did live with at one time who dated Tiger Woods for a year. And the stories about what a cheapskate bastard Tiger Woods is, you just will not believe. I will share some of those stories, which I've never talked about on the radio before. I will share it next. I think it's a good time to bring that up. Maybe I should get into Donald Trump's here. No, but actually, Donald will probably like the stories because it talks a lot about how he's a scumbag and how he's a womanizer. We all know Donald Trump enjoys that sort of thing, enjoys that sort of behavior. So we'll talk about that when we come back. We got J.D. Sharp across from me. He's in studio along with Chris Wynn, joining us on this one, taking your phone calls again at 257-5396. Again, 702-257-5396. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back right after this. You're listening to The Vegas Take on the all-new 101.5 FM, 720 AM KDWN. We will be back right after this. Stay tuned. Hi, I'm Jim Nantz, and this is The Masters. Hi, I'm Jim Nantz, and I believe we should give the Presidential Medal of Freedom to Tiger Woods for sleeping with more women than I could ever imagine. I'm Jim Nantz, and this is The Masters. We love Tiger Woods, and the reason why we love Tiger Woods is because he's such a great tipper. He takes care of people. Or I'm sorry, I meant to say he plays the tip better than anybody. I'm Jim Nantz.
Coming to you live from the Final Four to Augusta. A redemption story unlike any other. And a celebration on 18 with his family, with his kids, with his mother, and his 475th girlfriend in the past 25 years. It is something you will never see again in golf. I'm Jim Nantz, coming to you live from Georgia.
JD, you got a Jim Nantz or what's going on?
I'm just enjoying this. Just let me enjoy this.
Hi, I'm
live
Jim
from the Masters.
Hi, I'm Jim Nantz. We love Tiger Woods, and we should give him the Medal of Honor for sleeping with more women than Wilt Chamberlain. All right, Johnny, you can cut it. We've had enough fun. That's good. Our Jim Nantz voice. Anyway, welcome back. It is the Vegas Take, Sharp and Shapiro. Chris Wynn in studio. We have 3 Jim Nantzes in studio as well. We're talking about Tiger Woods and the fact that Donald Trump has decided today that he's going to give the Presidential Medal of Freedom to Tiger Woods. We're taking some phone calls at 257-5396. Again, 702-257-5396. Let's start off with Scott. Scott, thanks for calling in, my man. How are you?
Good. Could you guys talk a little bit about? I don't know much. I mean, I know about golf. Did guys did they compete against Tiger Woods yesterday? Did
Good
guys
question.
choke it?
Good question. I would say.
What did you see? Because I didn't watch most of it.
Good question, Scott. And we should probably get to a little bit of the golf. Molinari, who was leading, I think he's the one guy that I look at right now, Scott, and I say he absolutely choked. I think the biggest mistake these guys made, Tony Finau and Molinari, was on that par 3 on the backside. Tiger Woods showed you that he is a veteran. He hit a shot. Not trying to make birdie. You want to get out of that par 3 with the water with a 3. And I'm not talking about 17. I'm talking about, I believe it's 13 or 14. Yeah, they did choke some of those guys. But then some of those guys played some great golf, right? Dustin Johnson, Brooks Koepka. Those guys played really, really well. But the one guy that I think of that choke was Molinari. And I don't think Finau played his best golf either. Those guys haven't been there, right? Leading a golf tournament like the Masters on a Sunday afternoon. Guys like Dustin Johnson, Brooks Koepka, those guys have been there. I think what Tiger Woods did better than anyone besides besides his short game and putting was just he showed his experience, Scott, his experience around the golf course. So I think you have to commend Tiger Woods for that as well as his womanizing.
Sounds good. Thanks, Jay.
All right, thanks, Scott.
But I think there was a sense of this is really cool, and also a sense of awe by some of those guys. Because let's be honest about it, a lot of these 20-something golfers, Brian and JD, they grew up idolizing Tiger from a golf standpoint, right? Mm-hmm. And wanting to be on that big stage with him. So the fact that there was also this sense of, oh wow, is he really back? Is he really somebody that's going to be a contender with us? And he's going to be up on a leaderboard week in and week out at this level. I think that kind of took aback a lot of these great players. You talked about DJ and of Tony Finau and some of these others who were up there in the leaderboard. I think there was a sense of that. I don't know how much to a degree it was, but it was definitely evident without question.
And I don't root for Tiger Woods because I do think he is a scumbag and selfish, and use any other word you want to use. But I do. The only reason why I root for him to be in contention because I think it's great for golf. And this story is absolutely great for golf. 257-5396 the number to call. Let's go to Penny. Penny, thanks for calling in. What's up, Penny?
Hi, Penny.
Penny, are you there? I believe we lost Penny. Let's move on. 257-5396. Go to Deanna. I believe I'm pronouncing your name right. Deanna, thank you for calling into the Vegas Take. Diane, I apologize.
Yes, Diane.
Yes.
It's Diane. Yeah, I just want to tell you guys that you guys are becoming backbenchers there. Tiger Woods is iconic. He's an iconic figure.
As a golfer, I agree.
Yes. And there's nothing wrong with the President of the United States giving him this medal.
So you just so let's just say he committed 10 felonies, but as a golfer, he's iconic. You're still okay with that?
Are you okay with the half of the NFL commits felonies?
We're not talking about the NFL.
Okay, yes, we are.
Diane, I actually think that Ray Lewis should get the next one.
Okay, hold on a second. Let's have a conversation
here.
You
guys are like unhinged with Trump here.
Can we have a conversation?
Okay.
Can we have a conversation?
Yes, we can have a conversation.
Okay, thank you.
Go ahead.
Okay, first of all, I'm not unhinged just because I dislike our president for his behavior. So that you're 100% wrong on that. You can laugh all you want to. You're wrong.
Yeah, I
Number
am,
two. Okay, well, I know that. I know.
Yes, you do.
Can I ask you a question? Did you call into the show last week and called me an effing liberal? Was that you?
No, I wouldn't use that language.
Okay, good. All right.
I'm a conservative.
Okay, thank you. Well, conservatives swear. Okay, so I don't understand that premise.
No, they don't, Brian.
Okay, hold on a second.
I never swear.
Let's have a good debate on this. I'm willing to respect your opinion and have a debate. You're absolutely right. He's an icon as a golfer. I do not disagree with you. Just as Michael Jordan was an icon as a basketball player. But they are bad human beings, okay? Kareem Abdul...
But who said? By your standards?
No. What are your standards? What are your standards?
Tip. That's the most ridiculous. That's the most.
What are your standards?
I mean, it's not just tipping. It's a lot of aspects of his personality.
On a radio station, talking about tipping. Is that all you got to
we're
talk
in Las
about?
Vegas. We're in a service industry. I think there's a lot of people in this town that would consider
arguably the service industry capital of the world.
It's actually the service industry capital of the world.
Diane. Okay, Diane, let's just forget about the tipping, okay? I completely
there's
disagree.
other aspects of his personality, too.
What do you think about sleeping with 200 or 300 women when he was married? You okay with that?
You know what? Half of the NFL sleep with...
There you go, bringing up the NFL.
Okay.
2 or 3.
There you go, bringing up the NFL. I asked you a specific question. He slept with hundreds of women. Diane,
So what?
So what?
Guys?
Okay, so you okay with your husband sleeping with 200 women? You'd be okay with that if I said so what?
My husband doesn't sleep with other women.
What if he did?
Okay?
What if he did?
If he did, he doesn't. So that's
but what if he did? I'm asking you a question. What if he did? What if he slept with 200 people? No, it's not irrelevant. No, it's not irrelevant.
Than the scumbag that Obama gave.
Oh, you are such a bias hack. Get off my show. You are ridiculous.
Hey, Diane, great call.
Yeah, you are so biased.
By all accounts, Michael Jordan's father was murdered due to him not paying back gambling debts.
Yeah.
Brian and JD. She started out her diatribe there by saying there's nothing wrong with President Trump giving Tiger Woods the Congressional Medal of Freedom because he is an icon. That is not why he's given it to him. Okay, there are a number of icons out there, Diane. Okay, in a number of walks of life that have done many more significant things that are worthy of a presidential medal of freedom. Tiger Woods is not one of them because he is an icon. Yes, he is. He is an absolute icon in the sporting world.
Can you give it to somebody that's
not
deceased?
why the president wanted to give it?
I don't know. All I know is this. I asked her, how would you like it if your husband slept with 200 women?
She said it doesn't matter because he doesn't.
Yeah, he doesn't. But what if he did? See, she can't have a logical conversation. You can't talk to people like that. She's so biased in her thinking and with Donald Trump that she can't even admit that Tiger Woods is a cheating scumbag. Let's take some more phone calls. 257-5396. Again, 257-5396. Let's go to Chris. Chris, thanks for calling in. What's up?
Hey, Chris.
Turn down your radio, please, if you can, Chris. Chris? Chris, we have something in radio called a delay. You need to turn down your Fisher-Price radio, and I would love to have a conversation with you, Chris. Are you there?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Chris. All right, what's on your mind?
Just hear y'all right now. I mean, you right, but they right too. So I think Donald Trump did good by giving. He should have felt the way he felt about Tiger Woods, because if I was a scumbag, I would give another scumbag an award too.
Why are you a scumbag?
I'm not a scumbag.
Oh, I thought you said you were.
So you're saying because Trump's a scumbag, that's why he's giving Tiger Woods the award, because he's a scumbag too?
Is that what you're saying, Chris?
He's scumbags. You feel what I'm saying? I mean,
right.
Like if you're in a category and you see like, oh, he's like, because Trump is very successful. You feel what I'm saying? But he's still a scumbag.
So let me ask you a question, though. Chris, let me ask you a question. And by the way, I don't disagree with you. Yes, I do think it's a scumbag giving another award to a scumbag. I agree with that premise. I think we all do. But let's just forget about Donald Trump first. Let's just say Barack Obama gave this award. I don't think Barack Obama's a scumbag, even though I didn't think he was a great president. I think we all could agree he was a respectful human being. If Barack Obama gave this award to Tiger Woods, what would you say to that?
I would say he was obligated to do so. So obviously it came across the desk like, you need to give a reward to Tiger Woods. And he was like, you know what? I don't want to, but hey, I got to do it. It's a lot of things the presidents don't want to do and they do it. It's a lot of things the presidents don't need to do and they do it.
Well, nobody has a gun to Donald Trump's head or Barack Obama's head. They have a right to give an award to who they want to give it to. It's not like somebody walks into the Oval Office and says, hey, you have to give this award to Tiger Woods. This was a personal decision that Donald Trump made.
So good thing Obama didn't have to give it to him.
All right. Okay, Chris, I appreciate the call. Good to hear from you.
Thanks for the call, Chris.
Yeah, word to the wise. Try to turn down the radio when you call into a radio show. We're not live because there are conservatives that call into the show that have called me names before that we can't say on the FCC won't allow.
And we can question presidents' motivations, right, for giving the award in the past presidents, whether it's Barack Obama or others, okay? And that's what we're doing when it comes to Donald Trump giving him this award, because I'm telling you, there's an element of this that he's piggybacking the moment. The president is piggybacking what Tiger Woods is able to do as far as the sports moment.
He also enjoys golf.
Absolutely doing that
a lot.
He does enjoy golf. Yeah, we definitely established that. He does.
He's a golf fan. Yes.
He does. 257-5396 number to call. Let's go to Bill. Bill, thanks for calling into the Vegas Take. How are you?
Hey, Bill.
Yeah, good evening, guys. Yeah, this is a good time to talk about, like, you're crossing over sports with the politics as far as, you guys ride Trump down. I'm going to give you a comparison. Bill Belichick, Bobby Knight, miserable SOBs, but great at what they do. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
These guys can do the job, and they knew it. The players knew it. And there's been guys that I talked to that served in Vietnam.
Mm-hmm.
One guy told me he had a sergeant. He couldn't stand him.
Yeah.
He said the guy saved his life twice.
Well, hold on.
There's guys that are savants in some areas.
You brought up Bill Belichick,
they're
though.
not just good.
Why is Bill Belichick? Go ahead, Chris.
It's a good question to ask. Look, it doesn't have to be all or nothing. And you brought up Bill Belichick and Bobby Knight. And it's a very good example to talk about here. All right, both Bill Belichick and Bobby Knight have been successful in their professions. Right, Bobby Knight, national champion. Okay, a great, considered a great coach, old school. Right, Bill Belichick, obviously Super Bowl champion, has been very successful. Oh, you got to let me finish my point. Okay, so he's been very successful, but there's been also aspects in their personality that have been criticized, and rightfully so. With Bill Belichick, it's about how he deals with individuals, the media particularly,
and
right?
He has a very poor wardrobe.
Yes, and with Bobby Knight, it's how he deals with not only his players but the media, and also just people in everyday life. They're not looked at as let me put it this way: they're not looked at as people persons. I mean, okay, they're not people. Okay,
for me, it's night and day.
What they do in their executive, well, I shouldn't say executives, but in their CEO. Things of doing is you could compare that in sports. Bobby Knight didn't even go to the 76th national championship team that went undefeated. He wouldn't even show up down there. he was upset about the call.
Yeah, I think it's night and day. Bill Belichick is by far the best NFL coach, especially defensive coach ever. Bobby Knight he might be top 10, top 5. He also choked a player so bad that the player committed suicide 10 years later.
That's what I'm saying. But
Belichick and Knight those are two.
But you
totally
guys are making
things.
my point for me. The point is that you can separate. It's not
I'm
all
saying
or
you
nothing.
can't,
don't have to
put Bobby Knight and Bill Belichick in the same sentence when you're talking about personality flaws and character flaws.
Let's go Bill Belichick then. Just saying that the guy's a great head coach, but just a miserable guy.
Bill, let's go back to what we were talking about, though. Are you okay with Donald Trump giving the award for the Presidential Medal of Freedom to Tiger Woods, a man who does not treat people very well throughout his life, an egotistical, in my opinion, just a bad guy with the way he's treated people in his life? Are you okay with that?
Well, he's looking at the redemption factor, possibly, of the guy turning his life around. I mean, you got to give the benefit of that. Who knows? Maybe he's getting himself straightened out now. I mean, who knows? But
well, that's the thing. We don't know.
Then, he is a hard guy to give an award to.
All right, fair enough. I respect your opinion, Bill, and I appreciate the phone call. Thank you very much. 257-5396 is the number to call. Again, 257-5396. Let's go to Jeffrey. Jeffrey, thank you for calling into the Vegas Take. How are you?
How you doing? I like to start off saying I am a Trump supporter.
You're a Trump supporter? Okay.
I am a Trump supporter.
And that's fine. Yeah.
Okay. And I mean, I like to say that I kind of agree with the Chris guy.
Yes.
Because I support Trump and what I think he can do, not on what type of person he is.
Okay, so I'm trying to understand where. Okay, I get it. You're a Trump supporter, but how do you feel about this award? Are you okay with Trump giving an award to Tiger Woods, who I think most people could agree with, not a very good person?
What more can he do?
Well, it's what he has done. I'll tell you what more he can do. How about tip somebody more than $1 when you're betting $5,000 at the blackjack table? How about when you go out to dinner with somebody? I'll give some stories, Jeffrey. Okay, and stay on the line with me here. I lived with a girl. And I'm still very friendly with her. I lived with her for almost about 9 months or so.
Y'all still sleeping together?
No, we're not, and I didn't say
Jeff,
we were.
That's a great question.
We're not, and I didn't say.
Good friends.
We're not, and I didn't say we were, and I'm not gonna share that on the radio.
My cock in their mouth.
Okay, we want to say goodbye to Jeffrey. Jeffrey, thank you for calling in. I appreciate that.
All right, Jeff.
Thank you for the call.
Got
Jeff.
a little wild on that one.
We appreciate that. I lived with a girl for 8 months. Okay, so you can build up your own scenarios of what the relationship was. But she knew Tiger Woods, and she dated Tiger Woods for a year. When Tiger Woods was married, so she knew that Tiger Woods was married. She told me stories about when Tiger was married and had a family, he would fly her out on coach to some of his golf tournaments. That when they went out to dinner, 90% of the time, she told me he wouldn't even pay for the dinner, that he would demand it comped and would not tip the waiter or waitress. She told me stories about how he would be walking with her through the casino and that occasionally, when people are gambling, they don't have a Sharpie in their hand. They're not ready to get an autograph with somebody. But occasionally, she told me there were instances where a young child would ask Tiger for an autograph and he would walk right past them and she would yell at him, "What are you doing, Tiger? Sign the autograph." And then he'd stop and he'd sign it. Because he is, and I hope he is still not, a scumbag, okay? This is a bad guy, okay? He treated her like garbage. And when she needed $400 or $500 to make rent in Vegas, when she was living in Vegas at the time, this is why they broke up, she tells me. He refused to send her $500, never gave her $1. She never asked him for anything, she said. He would fly her out to events, and every single voicemail, and by the way, I heard some of these voicemails, "Hey, this is Tiger," and at the end of the call, he'd always say, "Please delete this message." She didn't delete all of them. She played some of them for me. She also tells me the night that Tiger Woods died, or I'm sorry, his father, the night Mr. Woods, his father, died, Earl, she was hanging out with him. And he was a little down. He said, "Hey, my father just died." And then they proceeded to have sex all night, and that was it. He didn't fly out to be with his family. He didn't fly out to be with his mom at the time. He hung out with her that night and didn't even think about an emergency. Now, most of us, when we lose a close companion, we immediately want to fly out to be with our family, right? He proceeded to hang out with her all night, and he said they had sex all night, and that's what he decided to do that night. But more importantly, the reason why I bring up these stories, it's the way he treats people. And I hope he doesn't continue to treat. He never gave a phone call to her. He never gave a phone call to her saying, "Hey, I'm really sorry I put you through all this." That would have been appropriate. He probably would have had to have made 500 phone calls like that. He never made a call to any of these women that he used to sleep with saying, hey, look, I apologize. I'm sorry. Look, this is the kind of person Tiger Woods is, and I hope he's not still that person. I hope he's changed a little bit. Again, I thought it was a very touching moment when he hugged his kids, but this is the person Tiger Woods is.
And it's stories like that make us understand it's not just about what the caller Diane was talking about, saying, oh, you just don't like him or you're just talking smack about him because he's a bad tipper. No, that's just one aspect of it, okay?
Right.
This is what his whole persona is wrapped up in. He has this sense of entitlement. Okay, we talk about people like this all the time, whether they're celebrities or athletes, where they have this vision in their mind where you are lucky to be up in their midst, right? Like you're very fortunate to be in an establishment with them or to be in a conversation with them. They have this sense a sense of entitlement in their mind, and that's really what it's all about. And it kind of it expresses in their entire personality.
All right, that's the voice of Chris Wynn. I agree with everything he said. Well said, J.D. Sharp in studio as well. When we come back, we're going to talk about a guy who decided to invest $80,000 in Tiger Woods to win the Masters. He walked away with a little under $1.3 million. Press conference was in Vegas earlier today. We'll talk about that when we come back. The Vegas Take on the all-new 101.5 FM, 720 AM, KDWN.